We back, baby.
And we back. I don't know if you blew speaker or not.
I did. And we back.
We're
Episode
back.
135.
135.
God damn, it's been a long time since I left you. But a dope beat to step two. Step two. Baby girl. Is it you? Is it to be?
I didn't know how far he was going to go.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
There it goes.
Shit.
Oh,
Don't be so sensitive. Fuck. All right. I know we back. Episode 135 of the Werkz.
135.
And it's been a wild fucking week for me. I'm barely here mentally. Yeah, man. So let's just get straight into it. Thank you guys for coming and joining us for episode 135. And you know what we do when we start this pod?
Yep.
We ask about our weeks and see what we rate them and how everyone's doing mentally. And then we'll go from there. But before we do that, I do want to actually go into what this month is June. Every June, it's mental. Goddamn, I'm going mental. Men's Mental Health Month. Mm-hmm. So big emphasis on men's mental health, but mental health in general, right? And this is what this pod is all about our mental health and stuff like that. So let's get straight into it. Tone, you haven't been here in a while, but
it's been a while. Yeah.
You have some interesting stuff for later, so we'll have you go first, and we'll talk about the other shit when we get in straight into the pod. But yeah, how's your week going, man?
It's good. It's been a cool week. I'm glad it's Friday. I think we're all glad it's finally the weekend. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had a steady little week. Nothing too crazy. Good work week. Good week outside of it. So I had a solid week. Hopefully in the weekend makes it better,
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
What do you rate it?
No, hold on.
No, we're good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I give it about good. I was at 8 out of 10. I had a solid week.
8 out of 10.
Yeah, I had a good week.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty high.
To start off like that, that's fucking high as fuck. Whoa, you are high, but that's also the same shit too. Huh? But yeah, we here.
Yeah, we back.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
That's
Great week.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, I started. It was like, Ray knows, but I don't know if you guys. I haven't told you guys yet, but I started coaching football for the park. Mm-hmm. So we had practices this week. So that's been like boosting my mood a lot, getting into the whole coaching thing, and so that's why my week I always look forward to it. Now I'm like something to look forward to, practice and getting back out there with the football stuff. So, it was a great week though for me.
That's good. That's
great week.
That's
Coaching.
So right now I'm coaching the division is Junior Gremlins. So the age group is 7 and 8 right here for La Puente Park. Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Sick, man. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's always good to do something that you love. So it's good.
Definitely a full circle moment.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's cool. That's cool.
Nice.
That's cool. All right, Rob, how you doing, man? How's life?
Things are pretty good. Work this week has been slow, so it's been very boring at work. I've been very tired because I haven't been doing shit because there's really nothing to do. They just moved a bunch of stuff, paused a bunch of stuff, canceled a bunch of processes and stuff, so it's been very boring. Health-wise, been pretty good. How my shoulder and my face was all fucked up. This week has been better. I don't know what happened, but I haven't really had any issues there. Still haven't gone to the gym because I really don't want to mess my shoulder up. And I kind of want to go see probably a neurologist just to see if it's something, with my face getting all numb and stuff. I don't want to push myself and then fucking not have a heart attack, but let's say exerting my heart too much and something happens. So I just really need to get that looked at. But I do miss the gym very much because it was kind of my routine. So that mentally has put me not sad or depressed, but it's something I would look forward to that now I don't have. But I think, I probably should go to the gym and just jump on the treadmill, just walk. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I haven't been doing that. Other than that, yeah, life's been pretty good. Can't complain. I still hate the drive to work, but it hasn't been too bad. Yeah, I'll give it a 7.
Eight, 7, huh? 8,
Yeah.
7. All right.
Yeah.
Chris, how you doing?
I've been doing pretty good. Better than I have in a while. I've been getting up and doing shit.
Hey, that's always
Maybe that's why.
that's always a plus.
Right? Yeah. I haven't been cooped up in the weekends. Like
Yeah.
I normally do. So
Mhm,
just
mhm, mhm.
up and out. Visited my grandma, with her situation, just trying to stay positive with that and just trying to keep her in good spirits, pretty much.
That's always good.
So, yeah, and this week work has been, I was going to say sucks. No, it was good because my boss wasn't there
Yeah.
the whole week. So it's better.
It's always good when your boss isn't there.
Yeah, it's always really good.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I feel like there's eyes off you all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Weight lifted off your shoulder.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Mhm.
overall, and since the last time we potted, it's been on a not upward trajectory, but like
Steady incline.
yes, there you go. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, one of those. So I'm gonna go 7.5.
Hell yeah.
There we
All right.
go.
All
There
right.
we
All
go.
right. All right. Let me bring this shit all the way down. I'm at a right now, currently as I sit here, I'm at a 7.
Mm-hmm.
But traveling from the start of the week to here, I was at like a 2. I was really going through it. If you guys haven't, well, a lot of our followers follow me on Instagram personally. So everyone knows, congratulations to my daughter who graduated 8th grade.
Yep.
Hey,
congrats.
So congratulations to her taking that next step into high school and stuff like that. So that was a big day for me. I cried for sure. That was a previous week. So I was having a great end to my week last week into the weekend. And then I got to Monday and I don't know what it was. And well, let me retract that. I know what it was.
You didn't know at the time what it was.
I didn't know at the time, but I realized really quickly what it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I woke up in like this horrible mood. And then I realized like, oh shit, it's my mom's, it's the day that 15 years ago that I got the call that my mom passed away. And then the next day I was going to a funeral to bury one of my aunties. And then, so like I was already like in this funk, right? Just going through it. And yeah, man, just like how I was trying to be honest in the beginning of this, or not honest, but trying to provide the information for like men's mental health, bro. Like I was really going through it, like depression, like sadness, grief, all that stuff, reoccurring feelings that I was having, reliving the moment. And then, yeah, on Wednesday, I don't know. And then, so all that, right? All that happening in those couple days. Wednesday, I had like one of the biggest moments of my life at work where like I had to be professional and present and kind of step up as a leader and all that stuff and, show my boss that I can do what I'm supposed to be doing and all that stuff like that. So I had all that stress coming into the week, doing all that stuff. And then Wednesday, I literally broke down and cried. Like I was, shit you not, I was like angry, sad through the morning on Wednesday. And then, yeah, dude, I was trying to go work out because side story, I've been working out for 2 weeks.
Oh, cool.
Consistently.
There you go.
So
Oh,
I've been, doing that. It's been
good.
helping a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that morning came up and I was like, man, I need to work out because I need to get my head right for this shit at work and all that bullshit. And then I was trying and it wasn't working and my wife walked in and I gave her a hug and I just bawled. And yeah, man, and I felt, after that I felt better. Like it was like I finally got it out, was able to get that, pressure lifted off, kind of go to work and kill that presentation shit. and then I just progressively started feeling better after that. Like it was, you know, a lift that I needed. So shout out to my wife, man. Yeah, bro, that mental health is crazy, bro. It really fucks with you. Even if, because like I said, I was riding high coming off the weekend, and then Monday came and I was like, I woke up already in like drowning. You know, so it's crazy how fast, you know, it can go, you know, right when you think you're feeling great, and just, you know, boom. So yeah, man. So like I said, right now I'm feeling great. I mean, I'm at a 7. I worked out today. I got a fucking long ass day tomorrow. Games in the morning, and then morning, afternoon, and then I had the father pod after that. So I, you know, I'm already exhausted. I'm exhausted mentally and physically right now. If you don't know by the sound of my tone, I'm not really energetic right now. Hopefully, as the pod goes on, I get more and more. But yeah, man, I'm just glad to be here. Glad I woke up. Glad I'm able to see another day. Because again, I went to a funeral, and shout out to my cousins that I haven't seen in a long ass time. You have to be intentional. Don't say you're gonna do something. Don't hold a grudge against your family, because one of those days is gonna come, and you know you might not be able to talk to them anymore. And that goes for everybody. That's just not, you know, us as cousins or your cousins or whatever. That goes for your aunties, your uncles and shit. The family drama that's happening or whatever. Life comes and goes, bro. It doesn't wait for nobody. And
That's true.
Once that bell rings and you haven't fixed what you were supposed to fix, you're gonna hold that fucking shit forever, and it's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Yeah. Again, shout out to my cousins, and rest in peace to my auntie, man. Yeah. So
condolences.
So yeah, man. Let's get on to the podcast, bro. Again, this is June men's mental fuck. I've always, if you go back to last year, same thing. I cannot say men's mental health the first time. Anytime I've said it in each of these fucking episodes. So again, this is men's mental health. Mental
Men's mental health.
That got me. Men's mental health. There we go. Month.
Men's mental health.
Men's mental health month. And like I said, let's go around the room really quick. I just said, you know, how I was doing. But in this current moment, how are you guys doing mentally? Like, are you guys? Has there been any struggles with you? Any battles you've been fighting? I know you don't have to say like really personal shit if you don't want to. But is there anything like, you know, stresses, anything that's, you know, it's going on in your life right now that that's hindering you from I guess being 100% happy or 100% fruitful of the life, as they would say right now? I know a lot of us, especially with the shit that's going on in California, that's a lot of stress.
I was gonna say that today this morning got me really weird. I don't know if you listened to the Brown Bag in the morning, and they did that prayer this morning. Man, that thing got me so bad. I was like, what? And I'm pretty sure we're gonna go into it, so I won't go into it too much. But yeah, definitely this morning got me emotional, and I was like, what? And it's things that I've been thinking about, obviously, since last Friday, since everything started going down. But I think it was just a culmination, and I think it got to what they were talking about on Brown Bag, and I was like, oh yeah, that got me really in the feels for sure.
Yeah, and I think I'm. That probably has a lot to do with it as well, because like I can't even look at my social media right now because it just makes me mad. And it's not even like, you know, sports shit. It's just everything on my timeline, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Twitter. Like, it's just about this fucking ICE raids and, you know, people getting ripped out from, you know, just fucking random places, and kids crying, and, you know, families crying. And there was one thing I did see on TikTok where the guy was like, man, like, we can have debates all day, right? We can have debates about, you know, Kobe, Jordan, LeBron, who's the best. debates about teams, what you like, debates about food, debates about movies. But there's one thing that we cannot debate about, and that's human rights, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that I think that's right here for me too. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if you've seen what I've been posting, but I'm at the time in my life right now where if you are on that side, I'm not fucking with you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you hear this right now, I'm telling you this right now. I said that shit on my gram and Facebook and whatever. If you are on that side, and I know you're on that side, like you're bragging about being on that side and you're talking shit about what's going on, like in a bad way, like I can't fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the type of shit that's fucking with me right now, because it's like I'm looking at all this shit and it's one of those privileged shit, right? I'm privileged to not have to worry about this shit.
Yeah.
Right? I'm privileged to not have any of my family members have to worry about this. And all these other fucks are privileged and they're bragging about it. Like, oh yeah, get them and all this bullshit. It's like, bro, like
Honestly, I thought of your mom.
that's the thing. It's like,
I said, how many years was it
What?
that she was trying to get her citizenship?
Man, it's been over about 15 years.
That she's tried, but how long she's been here?
Oh, she's been here since way before I was born.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
I
she's-
thought about.
she's been here for almost
Sorry, I didn't mean to
40
cut you
years.
off. But I
No,
thought
no.
about his
Yeah.
mom.
yeah.
she's
And I was
been here for
telling
almost 40 years.
my mom, I was like, yeah, my buddy's mom just got it after fucking years and
Yeah.
years and years.
And that was
that was how long ago?
Huh?
How long ago?
Last year,
Last year or 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
No, she got it. Now it's gonna be 5 years.
Okay.
Really?
5
Damn.
That was-
Yeah,
it flew
no,
by.
it
During
flew by.
COVID?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
flew by.
Oh, okay. Well, then that shit flew
Oh,
by
yeah.
because I thought it was like
It flew
2 years
by.
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because
because
I was like telling my mom about it. I was like, yeah, dude. But I was like, fucking. I remember when you posted like
Mm-hmm.
the picture of her, and I was like, damn, that's like crazy, like good. And then I
Yeah.
thought about your mom. I was like, just how they're doing shit is just nuts, man. They're like I said, they're just topping whoever and whatever for whatever. Doesn't matter if doesn't matter what you're doing, like just how you look. And they're going to hospitals, graduations,
churches, schools,
Schools,
elementaries, high schools, swap meets.
stores,
swap
yeah,
meets, fucking
everywhere.
stores, Home Depots.
Dog,
restaurants,
the
dog,
worst one,
restaurants.
okay, the worst one for me,
The
I think,
graduation.
yes,
The gradu-
hospitals, churches, and all that shit. The worst ones for me, I think, are the ones like they're going to pick up their kid from like kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade,
Yeah.
and they get snatched up, and now the kid, nobody's there to pick up the kid, bro.
Yep.
Well, I saw one in New York where they did that, and the lady was visiting from Venezuela, or I don't know where exactly, and they're literally taking her away, and just some random guy's like, this is her daughter,
Yeah,
and they're putting her in like a van, and he's like, don't worry, like I guess I'll take care of her, like
yeah,
like he's like, I don't know, like he's like telling the people, ICE agents, like, this is her daughter, she needs to go with her, and they're just like,
They're like,
"Go."
nope.
No, they don't
Yep.
give a fuck.
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't
Yep.
care.
And the little girl's like, she's not little, but she's like 10 or 12.
It's even worse
And
though
she's,
because
like,
they can
cry-
comprehend.
understand
what's
Oh yeah,
what's
going
but I'm saying
on,
like she's
bro.
like bawling,
Yeah.
and I'm just like,
Yeah,
damn,
it's
like-
crazy.
and like this random person is like don't worry, like don't worry, it's gonna be
Yeah.
like, she doesn't know that person, this guy.
Yeah, and look, and I'll say this, bro. Like, I know I heard Brown Bag say this too. They're like, oh well, we don't know what the ICE agents going. I don't give a fuck what the fuck they're going through, bro.
Nah.
You're gonna have to live with this for the rest of your fucking life because this is gonna end, and this is gonna end badly. I'll tell you that right now. It's gonna end badly, bro. Right? Because all this shit that's happening right now, yes, it looks cool, like, for you guys, because you guys think you guys are doing the right thing, or even if you guys don't even think you're doing the right thing, you are choosing to be on that side and help this fuck, knowing that this shit is wrong, right? I get it, borders and all that bullshit, and we need to get these criminals that they want to call murderers that are coming from another country here. We need to get them, yes,
Yeah.
right? But what they're doing right now is not that.
The way they're doing it.
Yes,
Yeah.
the way they're doing it
they're
is
doing
not that.
They forgot what their agenda was, and they're turning this shit into some personal shit now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's call it what it is. It's just like fucking back then when it was when Germany was taking all the Jews.
Yeah.
Let's be
Yeah.
real, bro. Like They're really ripping people out. They're going to people's houses, ripping them out. People have to hide and shit and fear and all this bullshit because there's nobody protecting them.
Yep.
You know, and it's fucked up. And for you guys, I don't give a fuck if you guys unfollow. I don't give a fuck if whatever. I don't care, because for you to sit there and be like, yeah, go get them, knowing that these people are living in fear, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and they're good people. Like, I'm not talking about fuck the criminals, fuck the murderers, fuck all them that are supposed to be out of here. But I'm talking about like regular fucking people who are here working hard. And fuck you, Trump, bro. I'm telling you right now, because the way you switched up fast for the farmers and
Dude,
the hotels and all that bullshit, bro.
Just because all of a sudden his
All of a
buddies are
sudden,
like, hey, man, this is hurting the bottom line.
Bro, well, it's not even that. It's that too, right? But what, you couldn't find people that supported Trump that wanted to go out there and work for in the field, bro?
Exactly.
Go out there.
Yep.
I thought it was easy to replace them, bro.
Exactly.
You know?
Yep.
And now it's like, oh no, you know what? We have to protect the farmers. They're getting hurt. No, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fuck you, bro. We need to protect human rights, and that's what all these protests are happening. You know, and
I'm gonna say this. I'm sorry, but fuck those farmers too, because they knew he was gonna do it, and they didn't do anything
protect them
until he actually took them out.
Yep.
That's they could have fought before.
Yeah.
They could have been like, no,
100%. And for people, I was talking to the homies at work and shit. They were like, you know, I was saying it. I'm like, there's somebody snitching. There's somebody snitching, because there's no way they're coming into these cities and be like, we know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
There's
exactly
people
where to go.
snitching, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's
Exactly
people
where to
calling
go.
and snitching,
Hell
and
yeah.
we need to know who the fuck is snitching,
snitching.
bro. Because this is bad. Because once all this shit is over, we need to do that scarlet letter bullshit. All right, we need to do the scarlet letter for all these fucks that are doing this shit right now, and then once everything's back to normal and we get our the human rights get back to normal, and we start treating these people like fucking humans, bro. We need those scarlet letter on you so we can identify you. You know, so we know, oh, you were that was you. Yep. And then so we know who it is, because I know for a fact these fools just didn't come over here and just like, oh yeah, we know where to go. They've never been over here.
Yep.
They've never been in these cities, bro, and they know exactly
They knew
where to go.
What spots to hit. They knew the back doors of the buildings.
Yep.
Nah.
So yeah, man. I didn't want to get into that right now, but
But it needs to be
said.
talked about. It needs to be talked about.
I wanted to wait until the other part, because I was
that's
gonna
what's on
ask.
everyone's mind right now.
I was gonna ask, because
It's too hot of a topic right now.
I had a question obviously later in the pod, because I was gonna wait for it, but since we're already here, describe what's happening right now in one word.
To me, it's frustration.
Hate.
Frustration, dude.
Hate, frustration.
Sad.
I think it's disgusting.
Sad.
Disgusting.
That's a great.
Like, it makes me want to throw up.
I feel bad because, like you said, like my mom, I'm on the other end now. Like, you know, like.
But you're not.
Yes and no.
When I say you're not, I'm saying but you lived it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You're not on the other side.
And to go back to what
I
I said earlier, and I said, you know, it got me really this morning. I was thinking about that, and I was like, I was there where they are now, but it was like a silent yell in the background, because I just never knew what was gonna happen. But it really wasn't up to this level.
Yeah.
Like, I knew there were people being deported and doing all this and all that, and you know, everyone knows my mom. She's never done anything better. So, but even then, I was still worried when she went out to get her legal entry to come in. I was super scared that they were just not gonna let her back.
Yeah.
And all that hit me like this morning while they were saying those when he was saying the prayers, and I was like, that was like a silent yell that I had for years, and I was like, that sucks, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That was that was one thing I wanted. That was actually one thing I did want to talk about, but I didn't want to like identify your mom.
Mm-hmm.
But when people say we did it the right way, there is not really a right way.
There
bro.
isn't.
Like,
there isn't. No matter what.
That's why I'm saying you're not on the other side.
The immigration process.
I mean, your mom. What I mean by this is like your mom clearly your mom has her citizenship.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that you're not. There's no like side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just on the path,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and you're still on it. But now you're just not legal now. But like she's just now living her life.
Yeah.
It's the same path you were always on.
Yeah.
But now she's living her life without fear of being deported.
Well, look at, but I'm not even saying that there's not fear, because even if she is, you know, a citizen now, they can see her in the store and just look at her and just be like,
yeah,
hey, you
no,
know,
I'm not saying
let-
I'm not saying there's no fear of getting like profiled, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like now they can't really say like, oh, you're like no
It's
no
not-
papers, nothing.
It's
Oh,
not.
you
It's not
fucking
an
done, though.
immediate threat of like
Yeah.
immediate.
yes,
you know,
deportation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing I see is like the list that we were on for the waiting thing. There's a lot of people that are on it that now he's saying he's just gonna cut off.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
just
that-
gonna,
again-
and that's millions of people. And I'm just like
Like when you said like the schools and the graduations, like yes, that's also bad, but it's also the people that are going to the courts and they're getting them at the courts.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
And they're doing it
The right way.
the right way.
but
way.
you still
They're still
snatching
getting
and
them
they're
up.
taken.
still-
Yeah.
They're like, well, they're still criminals because they're here illegally.
Yeah.
It's just like, come on.
And that's my point, and I think that's where I draw the line now, because it's like now you're just spitting in our face and you're wanting us to take it,
Yeah.
right?
Like,
'Cause
there's
like,
no right way.
You're
Like,
trying. He was trying to be like, oh yeah, you know, we're trying to get the criminals and only the criminals and all.
Nah.
Then we're seeing all this like.
no, they're
fucking-
meeting quotas.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're over here now, just taking anybody they see, right? And then now he. That's what I think I was waiting
Well,
for,
that's why
just
it's-
for him to switch up, and
It's
that's
just
what he did.
It's just crazy. Like they don't have like you have to have like
Hey, Meta.
you
Sorry.
have to have like a warrant and everything, right? And they're
Yeah.
just they're
They're
Yeah.
just, they don't-
they're just like, oh, that person looks like it.
Yep.
All right, what's your name?
Yep.
You know, like I saw, what was it in New York? A driver, I don't know what he was driving. He's like driving a van. They just stopped him. They're like, you look like somebody we're looking for. And he's like, okay. And they're like, well, where's your ID? And he's like, I don't think I have to give you my ID. And then they literally just open the door and they go in. Like they take him out, handcuff him.
Yeah.
And he ended up being born here and all that shit. And it's like, doesn't matter.
Yep.
Yeah. They're not stopping there.
No.
No.
And I heard that there's another. I don't know if it's the same one or not. They're holding you for 48 hours mandatory.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, and even if you can prove that you're from here,
There was a video
The
I
judges
saw.
can't even do anything.
There was a video I saw. The guy had a passport in his pocket,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw that one.
and they still were like, "Nah, it's fake."
Yep.
Will you see that the dude that hit somebody in LA? A federal agent hit somebody.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
ran,
yeah.
and they ran.
Yeah,
Like I was like,
and they have it on
bruh.
camera.
Yeah, I was like, bro, these dudes are just they're really just rolling around anywhere, doing anything they want.
They want.
They have the backing of the president, so they're just fucking.
Yeah, and a lot of them. They're saying a lot of the, like I said, they're saying that a lot of these ICE agents, they don't even like. One, they're not identifying themselves. Obviously, they have their stuff covered or their badges. You can't really read them. Obviously, face coverings.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't even know if these people are ICE agents. Like, they might be working for ICE, yes, but they might not even be actual agents.
Yeah. Well, they're saying like, what if people just start mimicking and
Well,
trying
they already are doing that.
They are
try to
they're-
kidnap women. And
That's what
you
they're
know,
already
it's just
doing.
They're
crazy.
already doing
Yeah,
that.
that's crazy.
But
bro.
they're saying like
already
a lot of
doing
these
that.
dudes are like from like what is that Proud Boys guy? He's like
Oh,
running
yeah.
it too, and he's saying that they're just probably getting those people to be ICE agents.
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's
No,
crazy.
it's just all like I said.
It's
again,
sad, bro.
Yeah, it's just crazy because
The only way to
I asked my
describe
mom,
it.
I'm like, well, who was born in like Mexico? I didn't realize that my grandma was actually born here,
Mhm.
like in America. I thought she was born in Mexico. She's like, no, your grandma and your grandpa were born. I think my grandpa maybe, but I was just like, I didn't know that. I didn't know that they were, but
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, I again, I just think of your mom. Like I said, what you guys went through. I mean, 15 years is
Yeah.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But it
It's
was obviously
crazy.
it was longer than that. But to start, just
Well, I'm saying she started it.
that
Yeah.
last process. You know,
But I mean,
Yeah.
being here for
like,
however long she was here, over 40 years.
yeah, she's
50, I don't know.
No, it's gonna be like 40.
Does it mean like
'Cause she was here, I think 3 years before I was born.
so?
So about 40.
It's just crazy. Like
Yeah,
so,
man.
you have an example right here, doing it the right way.
Yep.
15 years.
Mm-hmm. It's not easy. They just say,
15
just do it the
years.
right way. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy. And it's not even cheap.
It's not.
No.
It's not even
That's
cheap.
what I'm saying. People
Not
can't
even,
even.
yeah.
People can't even do
Unless
that
you have
because
$5 million, you could buy the Trump card.
Oh, the Trump, gold card.
Then it's easy.
That gold card.
The Trump card.
Yeah.
You could get citizenship
Mhm.
and a dinner with him.
Yeah, man. And so we'll just end it with this. Like I said, you don't have to agree with our views, but like I said, if you don't like what we're talking about, you can unfollow.
Yeah.
I'm not with that bullshit. I'm not here for likes. I'm not here for views. And I know there's a lot of people who follow us that know us and shit like that. I haven't seen anybody that I dislike by the way they talk. And again, I'm not opposed for your opinion. Like you have your own opinion, but just don't be disrespectful, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Especially disrespectful for people who are having their humanity taken from them, like live, like just and being ripped from their families, and you think that's okay? For me, that's not okay.
That's not.
At that point, it's like we both have different views, and I'm not associating myself with people who view that as okay. And that could be for anybody. That it's just not just because it's that brown, black, white, red, yellow, green, blue, like you do that to any race. Like I'm still acting the same way. It's just not even It's just life, real life problems, and I hate seeing that happen to anybody. So
Yeah, LA's not burning.
yes, LA is not burning, and for
LA 's
all
not burning.
dude, and it's funny because I see
It
people.
never was.
I see people on Twitter and TikTok talking shit about LA and what we're doing. I'm like, bro, we're doing the same shit we've been doing. Yeah.
That was old news.
Yeah, that was old news. And then
But
don't say that we don't know where the money's at. Supposedly the money's gone. We don't know where
the
the
money's
the
gone?
relief money. We don't know.
Oh.
That's another story.
Money's gone too?
Yeah.
Money on, everything on.
But yeah, man. So that's just a PSA. All right, let's move on. I have a couple good words for kind of mental health ish and life. It says life becomes peaceful when you let go of what you can't control.
100%.
Stop seeking validation from others.
100%.
Practice gratitude every day. We always say
Every
that.
day.
Yep. Set boundaries and protect your energy. Focus on the present, not past or future. That means be where your feet is. Accept that not everything needs a reaction. I need to work on that. Choose peace over drama.
Always.
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 Forgive, but don't forget the lesson. Prioritize your mental and physical well-being. So all that is gospel when it comes to having your life be peaceful and just having a happy life, bro. Like, I think now that I'm getting older, I'm choosing just peace over everything. Like, I don't want drama. I don't want negative energy. I don't want negative people. I don't want, stress. Like, if you're giving me anything like that, well, pause. If I'm getting any of that from you, like, you're probably gonna just be. Well, I'll just say right now, you'll be ghosted.
You're gone.
Yeah.
You're gone. So if I don't talk to you, it's probably that. So you're hitting one of those boxes. Everybody else that I have in my circle, I talk to mostly every day or every other day or whatever, and it's been that for a long time because it's they hold me accountable, I hold them accountable. We're always have each other's backs, and we all have kind of like the same views. And again, your opinion is your opinion, but we all respect each other's opinion. And that's why we get along for so long. So, yeah, man. I just want to take a quick minute to shout out R&R brand. They've been doing some great stuff. They got a good catalog of merch and stuff they can do for you. You need any tumblers, you need any shirts, you need any hats, anything. They do everything. Patches, whatever you thinking, I'm pretty sure they can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I post it up on our Instagram, on the Werkz, and on my personal all the time. I shout them out. So if you ever want something, hit them up. They have great customer service, and they'll help you out. So R&R Brand is on Instagram. I think they have TikTok too. So go ahead and shout them out. Luxury window cleaners. My nephew's window cleaning business. He does great work. Stevie, I post them on my Instagram all the time. If you have windows, I know people who live in the IE and all that, maybe by the beaches, who have those tall 2-story houses that they can never clean their windows.
Mm-hmm.
Shout them out. Hit them up. They'll come and do your windows right. All right, man. Let's get into our first topic. Do you guys remember Mike Jones' phone number?
Yeah.
Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones.
I know.
No, I don't remember Mike Jones, but I remember Soldier Boys. 678 998 213.
I don't remember him.
Well, I don't remember the Mike Jones one.
Do you? I assume you do, Ray.
Well, I had it.
I had a 281-330-8004.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Hey, Mike Jones up on the low.
I didn't.
Up on the low.
I wonder if it still works.
And you want to know something funny?
What?
You were just listening to it?
He did too many.
You Googled it. That's on Google.
I wonder if that phone number still works.
Damn, I should have recorded that. He's going too far.
No, those are my most recent added songs.
I think out of any of those songs that have a phone number,
I don't remember. I don't
Jenny's
remember.
number?
That was the Soldier Boy one. That's the only one I remembered.
Yeah.
No, I just remember Jenny's phone number. Jenny, I want your number 8675309. Yeah, that's the only one I know.
Yeah, well, they said it, and I was like, man, I drew a blank, and then I was like, oh, that's probably like the only.
Was
song.
it when was it like the video where they're going around the dealership or whatever, and they're like, "What's his number?" And they go like to the really young people, and they're like, "I don't know."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
I did remember
Those
it
are
too before re-listening to the song.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not me.
I did.
Nope.
Sure.
I remember Mike Jones.
I'm the worst with like lyrics.
Sure.
I saw a video. They were like, when you put in a reservation for a table, say your name's Mike Jones.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, table for Mike Jones.
Who?
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 Yeah, I like that one. All right. Next one. Are you a man? I got this from TikTok, and there's 5
I'm all.
questions.
I think that's still there.
I think so. Well, I don't know. Some people identify as a woman, even though they have that, Rob. So, do you identify as a woman?
Chris.
No, that's me.
You've been growing your hair out for a while, Chris.
Hey,
She.
she.
He ain't deny it.
Well, I don't know.
We don't
He
judge.
didn't say no.
No. It could be your month. No.
All right. So there's 5 questions, and then obviously you get a point for every question. All right. Do you know how to hang a picture on a wall?
You mean like a frame?
Yeah. Have you ever hung a picture on a wall?
Yes.
Yes. So that's 1 point. Chon, you have never hung a picture.
Yeah, in my room.
How?
He's
No.
all
It may not be hanging right, but it's hanging.
he's on double sticky tape.
Command strip.
Command strip. And I used to do that.
He's like a thing that's long. You hold it, has a head on the end. Whoa.
The hammer.
Bring out the hammer. Oh, right hammer.
All right. Do you know how to parallel park? And Tone,
Fuck
you can't
no.
even lie about this. Tone, you can't even.
Yeah.
Tone, you can't even lie about this because I've seen you parallel park. So you know.
How long it take him?
He's still parallel parking right now.
He says, "Ray, can you get this one?"
I'll let you show me.
Oh my
Yes.
I'll watch you. I'm a visual learner.
Yeah.
I'm a visual. Yeah, visual.
Yeah, I can do that. I can parallel park. It's easy. Change a dirty diaper.
I've done it before. Yeah.
I've never changed one, so I guess I have to say no.
I fumbled through one.
I mean, I think I could do it, but I've never had the opportunity. So there's no kids in my family.
Yeah. Well, I have fucking 100 of them, so it's easy. I got that. Drive stick.
Yes.
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 Yes. Obviously.
No.
No. Damn, you ain't
Imagine
a man.
trying to parallel park.
Be a man. Parallel park and drive a stick, bruh.
Ah, damn, I'm fucking up in life.
And then play poker.
Yep.
Yes.
Texas Hold'em.
I probably did that before the rest of the other ones.
The first thing. This is probably one of the first things I'm gonna do is play poker.
Nah, I don't think I've ever played poker.
No?
No.
Hey, you are not a man.
Yeah.
That's 2
Are
out of
you
5.
sure?
You might.
You want some hair? Want me to donate some hair?
I mean, it was a little cold outside.
Yeah, I learned how to drive stick like at, I think like 11, 12. I drove home from San Diego at 13.
Damn. Shit.
Mine was 15. I had
My
to
mom
have
let
a
me-
job.
Yeah,
My
mine
mom
was
let me
16.
drive. She's like, all right, we're on the freeway, just all the way from San Diego, just in fifth gear, going like 80.
Yeah, I had 2 cars that I was gonna get. They're both. It wasn't 2 cars I was getting. It was just the 2 cars that are available for me to drive when I got my license, and they're both stick. So it was like, if I want to drive to school, I have to learn
Is it
how to
truck
drive.
stick?
Huh? No. I had the Integra, and then there's the old school Toyota Camry. Was it the Toyota
Camry, the green one?
No, Corolla. The white Corolla I used to drive. It was like a
no,
long ass
never
time
mind.
ago.
Never mind. I thought you were
Yeah,
talking
it,
about the
it was
green
the
one.
Integra and the Corolla, like old school Corollas, like the 80 Corolla, which was a stick. And I was like, only 2 cars that I'm available to use because everyone else uses their own cars. And I'm like,
Oh, I guess gotta learn.
I gotta learn. So that's how I learned at 16. But all right,
So we learned you're not a man.
so you're not a man.
God damn.
he's all, I'll show you.
Well, technically, I mean, I've started a couple out before.
Yeah, all right. So sad news, man. Sad news. Inside NBA. It's not really sad news, but it's sad because it's probably never going to be the same. Because they're moving not channels, but moving companies. They've been with Turner. I think it was TNT, then Turner, for 35 plus years. The Inside NBA. They're moving to, I believe, ESPN now. And they're keeping the same.
ESPN or is it Prime?
Well, it might be Prime. Was one of
They're moving.
They're moving from Turner, that they've been with for 35 years. And I can just tell you right now, when shit like that happens, it just never goes right.
Producers and
They
they
never-
change. They want to change
They
everything.
change it up.
They want to be new. They want to do shit, and yeah, it just never goes.
It has to be their way.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So shout out to Inside NBA for 35 seasons, being one of the funniest, entertaining shows in a long time for sports. Like that's where you get to it, where you're like, they're a sports like driven, TV show,
Yeah.
and they're entertaining as fuck. Like, like with Shaq and the Fool, Charles Barkley's bullshit, Kenny the Jet Smith running to the screen. All of Shaq's stunts where he like falls and all that shit.
Ernie.
The GOAT Ernie with all his battles he had. Like it was a good run, man.
Yeah.
I think that was cool to give him rings.
Yeah,
that was dope. Yeah, that was
They
sick.
gave him like championship rings.
Yeah, then somebody was like, did they give everyone else a ring? Like,
Don't stab your one.
like, damn,
I'm part of the
dog.
crew. Yeah.
Yeah, like, damn, dog. Like, let them get their shine, bro. They've been with each other for almost 35 years. Like,
They gave him small replicas.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right, man. All right, let's move on. I just wanted to go give a little PSA because I've been really getting irritated while I'm driving. It's one of those times again.
Yeah. Summertime.
Drivers, bro. There's some people, and I'll say this right now. We've got smart cars now, and they still can't drive.
No, that's why they can't drive.
And it's even worse.
No, that's why
But
they
it's
can't drive.
but it's even worse though. It's
No,
even
That's why.
It is. That's
Yeah.
why. No, because
Hey.
I'm upset too. Again, my rant about Teslas
yeah.
and all electric cars, and your autopilot doesn't drive fast. So fucking get out of the way.
Well, to me,
Getting
okay.
slowly.
So I get you
The
on the
fast
speed.
lane. No, it's not just that.
No. Yeah,
It's just people go like this and they go drive.
yeah. But I'm saying is like, I get it, the speed, but there's people who just don't know the rules. Nope. Know how to drive in general. Like, they don't put their blinker on and stop right before the fucking entrance, right before they're gonna fucking turn in, and then they do everything correctly, but they turn like 25 seconds It's like a slow turn, and I'm like, bro, like just fucking get in the fucking, just turn, like that's green, like, son of a bitch,
Bro.
right? And then like to make it even worse, like I was coming home from work, right now before we started this pod, Azusa and Temple is out,
It's a
right?
Oh, yeah,
it's a
right.
blinking light, right?
It's a 4-way stop.
And I'm excited to come home, right? I'm like, we're gonna pod. I haven't podded in a long time. I get to that light, you know, and I look at.
I know exactly what happened.
I might have waited too long to press the gas. The guy behind me honked at me to go, and me being, I was like, you know what? I'm so happy right now. I'm not gonna say.
Ray's
anything.
like, I'm at an 8.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not at a 7.
Look, I did this. Like, my bad, right? I'm in my truck.
Yeah, hunked again.
I'm in the truck. No. I'm in my truck. I go like this. I proceed to go through the light, right? And I keep driving. There's cars that turn into coming down Temple and shit. So he gets behind like a couple fucking cars and shit. This guy passes everybody, drives by me, and he sticks his head out the window to stare at me. Chris. And then, not only that, right? Not only that, he does that, and he shut the fuck up. And not only did he do that, right? He turns in front of me into my lane, and I'm like, "Did you I said sorry to you, right? Even though it wasn't an issue.
You couldn't see your hand.
Dog. Yeah.
It was a tag.
He thought you flipped him off.
I went like this, like, hey. You
No,
know?
I had that happen to me. I
You
had that
couldn't, though.
Anger increasing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. And
had
then
that happen to me the other day too.
it's just, and I was like, all right. So I at that moment in time, I was like, we're going to fight because I did everything correct. I even said sorry. I was willing to let it go. And even when he drove by me and he like stared at me with his head out the window, I even was like, all right, whatever. But then he proceeded to cut me off and then be in front of me. And I was like,
Oh, yeah,
okay,
it's on.
bitch.
It's
like
on.
now you want to antagonize me. We're going now, right?
Yeah.
So I get on the other lane. I drive really fast and I look at him and he doesn't. He's like, right? So I'm thinking in my head, he thought I was an old guy. And stuck his head out of the window and he saw who it was and he was
He's like, oh shit.
ugh. So I drove, sped up. There was a car in front of him. Like, there was a car in front of me before he cut me off that was going slow. That's why I was going slow. He cut me off to get in between us, right? And I was like, okay, cool. So I drove fast, and I got right near the other car, and I was just staring at him like, okay. And then, so there's just a little tiny gap that my truck could fit in, and I cut him off. And then I was like, let's go. Like, you want to say something to me? Because we can, the church is coming. I know the church is coming up. I was like, we can pull over in the church and I'm going to fuck your ass up, dog. Like, I was already like, my blood was boiling at that point already. I was like, let's go. Like, we have all these protests going on. Cops are not worried about anything that's going on right now. They're worried about the protests. Like, I can fuck your ass up and then walk into my house and we be good.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. But allegedly.
Allegedly.
But yeah, dude.
It's a good story, right?
Yeah. I dreamt that all and I woke up.
It happened to me on the freeway. Like, there's this car in the fucking carpool lane. I had another person in my car. That's why I was in the carpool lane. Going like fucking 70 in the carpool lane. No one in front of him. So I fucking went all the way. The lines broke. I went all the way around him. And then when I went in front of him, he fucking started
Hauling that.
Yeah, and then he wanted to be fucking on my bumper. So then he goes out, but then all the cars are slowing down, and then he tries to cut back over, and he's literally like mirror to mirror.
Oh.
Like, he's trying to cut me off, and there's no space for him.
Yeah.
Literally no space for him. And he's not in any. He's in 2 lanes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, all right, just fucking hit me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Hey, I need a new car. Like, not because mine is bad, but I want a truck.
Yeah.
So, all right. But, yeah, and then he, like, try to speed off. I just love when people try to get around you.
Yeah.
And then they can't go anywhere. So then they get back behind you. and then they go in the next lane trying to get around you,
And
then they get back behind you.
And then just to
And
Chris's
what I
point-
do is if a car's in front of them, I'll just match that car's speed.
Yeah.
I'll
did. Yep.
I'll just
Just do that.
no, but the Chris's point though, like I love watching them, and because you can see the anger.
Yeah,
Like, the anger is like they're like,
Yeah.
And they're just going back and forth to the lanes, back, and I'm just
Now they're
like,
sitting up driving.
and then I'll just make sure like I have like I could get away, like not get away, but like I'll just leave them and they'll get stuck behind the other cars, and I'll just like boom and just
Yeah.
get away.
Mm-hmm.
I love doing that, but yeah,
That's
people
funny.
can't drive; they suck. Autopilot sucks. Self-driving cars suck. Teslas suck. Electric cars suck.
I haven't had one of those lately, but I did have almost an altercation at the Costco the other day. I was leaving Costco, and it's gonna make me sound bad at first.
You forgot your
but
hot
then-
dog.
No.
you didn't get a hot dog.
You ate it too fast. One bite.
Yep.
No bun.
No bun.
Broken half in the middle. No. Okay. So, I'm returning my cart, right? And I put it off to the side, and now there's a car on my left side coming, oncoming traffic, and there's a guy behind me, and he sees me pull the cart over to the side. Now, he starts honking at me because I leave the car there and I turn around. I just left it on the side of the road, and I turn around and he starts honking at me. The reason why I left the car there was because there was a lady before. She was waiting. She had asked me, when you're leaving the store, someone asked, "Oh, are you leaving right now? Can I take your spot?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, you can take my spot." So I went and put my stuff away, and I'm putting it back, and the lady was like, "I'll take your car." And I was like, and she was right next to it. So I was like, all right. So I put it right there, and the dude comes up and honks at me, pissed off old fool. He's like, "Take the car back, take the car back." And I was like, "Dude, calm down. You got enough. Go." He's like, No. Your car, take it back. And I was like, "Calm down, sir." And then the lady starts yelling at. She rolls down her window. "Shut the fuck up, old fool!" I asked him for the car, and I was like, "Shut the fuck!" I was like, "Calm down, dude." He's like, all pissed off, and he like storms away. And I was like, "This dude got bad for no reason." Like the car was not in his way. It was not gonna like
It was one of those.
do anything.
Mind your
Dude,
own business, dog.
Seriously, like fuck, man. I was just laughing the whole time. And then what was funny was the lady was like, "That was my car." And right when I said that, I see somebody grab it behind me. Someone else wanted the car too, so now they're fighting over the car.
Chris is like, I'm out of here.
I'm like, I try to save it for you, this guy. And she goes, "I know, I'm sorry."
Chris is the Homer meme.
She would slide up out of here.
I was like, oh man.
All right, man. Anybody else got anything to add to that? No. Yeah. No. All right.
We breaking the law in the fast lane, all right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yep.
And we drive.
If you're not
with-
driving 85 in the far two lanes, get the
fuck out of the way.
Yep. Exactly.
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
man.
Use your blinker. Okay. And when you turn, look, okay, this is the PSA for everybody who fucking drives. Period. When you're turning into a fucking entrance or a fucking market or whatever gasoline station. When you turn, you can go 10 miles an hour into the fucking driveway, my G.
Oh, they have to stop.
You don't have
Completely
to
stop
no.
that turn.
Well,
Yeah,
the thing is, like, you don't
exactly.
have to stop and inch your way into the driveway.
You're making
Yes,
it
Ray.
more difficult on
Yes,
you and yourself.
and you're fucking holding up the line. Everyone, and that's the thing with me. It's like I give enough space for you to drive into the driveway without me having to stop completely. And then when I have to stop completely, that's when I get fucking pissed off because I drive stick. So now I have to get out of gear.
I kind of like horns make me mad now when I hear them, even if they're not towards
Yeah.
me.
Oh yeah,
Because like a lady honked at the car. Like, what happened to you?
yeah.
The guy like honked at you. I was in the car next to them, and I was like, "What the fuck
is
are you
wrong?
honking
Yeah.
at?" The light literally had to have just turned like second, like
Yeah.
not even 1 second green, and she was like, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's my
I
point
was
though.
like, "What is
Like,
going on here?" It wasn't even at me, and I was mad.
Right.
So then I just matched that car speed.
Right.
It was a two lane fucking street. She couldn't go anywhere. I was like, "You fucking."
You gonna wait? You gonna learn today?
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, honk at that person again.
Yeah, man. All right. I have a poll question I put up. It's get rid of 3 forever.
Easy.
Options are pizza, ice cream, fries, cookies, chips, cake, chocolate, which is candy, cheeseburgers, and soda. And you have to get rid of 3 forever.
Easy.
Rob, what are your 3?
Ice cream, cake, chocolate.
Ice cream, cake, chocolate. Ice cream, cake, chocolate. All right. Chris?
Mine are gonna be fries, cookies, chocolate.
Fries, cookies, chocolate. Fries, though, bro.
I know you're not really thinking about that one.
Nah, man.
Tone, you got
I'd rather do
Yeah.
chips.
Chocolate,
I like
cookies, and chips.
Huh?
chocolate.
Chocolate, cookies, and chips.
I'm probably going cake, cookies, chocolate. Cause I hate cake.
You
Yeah,
just
I'm
don't-
not a big cake guy.
You
I'm
just
not
don't
a
like
big cake
chocolate.
guy.
And I don't like
I
ice
don't like
cream.
chocolate.
I don't-
Well,
I don't like
it
All those
depends.
have chocolate.
And I don't like chocolate.
Depends. Like, yeah. Well, cookies is like, okay. I started looking at everything. Like, I really can't have ice cream like that, but I love ice cream. Pizza, I can't have pizza because of cheese, but
Yep,
I'll
same.
still eat it
Same.
if it's a certain place.
Same.
Fries, I can't get enough of fries. I love fries. It's probably one of my favorite things.
I like-
Chips,
Yeah.
I
chili
love me
cheese
some good
fries.
old chips.
I like crispy fries. So
Chili
those are
cheese
chips.
fries.
Those
You
chips
got
are-
Chips,
Yeah.
Chips.
soda, and
Pastrami
cheeseburgers.
fries.
You know,
Can't get
Pizza
rid of
fries.
yeah.
A lot of
So.
fries, man.
Got the DUI
Cake,
fries.
cookies, and chocolates
Pastrami
for me.
sandwich.
But
For me,
Yeah.
I'm just not.
Eat the
I'm not a big.
pizza.
I'm not a big like cake for sure. Like I said, ice cream. I don't really care for ice cream, and chocolate.
a lot of people, surprisingly, right? My wife didn't choose chocolate. She loves chocolate. But a lot of people chose chocolate, which is crazy to me.
Oh, to get rid of?
Yeah. I mean, I don't like chocolate as much. Like, I think there's only one
I
chocolate
think,
I'll
but
eat.
I think it's like, what would you rather have? Like, out of all that,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? So it's kind of like,
When
I'd
was the
rather-
last time you had chocolate?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, if you're not a chocolate lover, like I couldn't tell you that. I don't remember when last time I had chocolate.
I can
It'd
tell.
be like a
I
party,
can't.
like
I can't tell you.
had some almond
cake or
joys.
something.
Well, yeah, you're almond joy ass motherfucker. Let's not bring up those almond joys, but yeah, I can remember exactly what chocolate I ate the last time was a Hershey's bar. That's like my favorite chocolate is Hershey,
just a regular one.
regular Hershey.
Hershey's?
Yeah,
I think I had a Hershey's almond a couple days ago.
but my favorite Hershey is.
But I didn't eat it by itself.
The
I-
chocolate chip one.
The cookies and cream.
Yeah,
I
that
put it in a
one's
brownie.
bomb. Yeah.
Fucking melted that shit.
All right. Let's see. Our idiot. We're on to our idiot of the week. Okay, and it's not the idiots that you're thinking, right? It's not people who do like steal shit, like the guy who stole the TV box and then ended up being a broken TV. Or it's people who do stupid shit, that type of shit. This is actually an event that happens. Where is it, in Germany?
I think it's in Germany somewhere.
Right, somewhere in
Yeah.
Germany or Switzerland, maybe.
Somewhere where they got a
Yeah.
hill.
Yep.
This happens every year. They call it the cheese roll or whatever,
Yep.
right? And basically, what happens is there's a whole bunch of fucking people at the top of a hill, and this hill is this is not a regular hill. Okay,
It's,
this is
tall, steep,
yeah. It's one of those.
and like not even like
Leveled hill.
level. There you go. Not
Yeah.
even like level.
yeah, it
It's
is
like uneven,
yes,
like
yeah.
fucking mounds of.
dirt missing some
Yeah.
places, more
You're,
dirt.
you're looking at the Matterhorn with grass.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
So
That's a good explanation.
yeah, so they roll this fucking wheel of cheese down it, and you have whoever can get to the bottom gets the roll of cheese, that type of shit, right? And this guy, I've never seen somebody do this before, but this motherfucker looked like he was Speedy Gonzalez. And he ran it looked like
I was rooting for him for a
that's okay.
second.
The start was great. Like, he had a great, confident start.
Yep.
He was running and he was fine. Like,
His
his legs, his body.
His head was behind his body.
Yes.
Still good.
Yeah, he was still good. He was running down that hill really fast, and I was like, oh shit, this guy might make it down the hill, without minimal injury. But then, you know what happens. It turned bad really quick.
Gravity.
My man hit a gopher hole.
Over with.
He slammed his head, like he did like a cartwheel. His head slammed against the ground, and then his body just went limp.
Must
And
be some good cheese.
right? And it was one of those
It's
two.
Gouda.
Hey, you know when those when your body goes limp after going anywhere fast, like if your momentum is taking you somewhere and like they get knocked out, like the body is just like lifeless and you just like slide, and it's just like one of those like that's how he hit the ground. And I know it sucks that we're making fun of him, but it was just, you're dumb. You put yourself in that position, so you get made fun of. He did a cartwheel because he hit that gopher hole, right? And it made his momentum just like his whole body just like turned upside down really fast, and then it slingshotted him back right up, which he missed his feet. Cause it looked
if he stuck that landing, man, we would have been. It's a whole different segment.
Hey, he had a chance to make history,
dude.
I tell you right now, he had a chance to make history because the way he fucking hit that gopher hole, did a quick fucking front flip cartwheel, landed straight back up again, and had a chance to just keep running. But then his momentum was just going so fucking fast that he just like hit the ground. Bam! His body turned back around, and now he's facing towards everyone who's running down the hill, and then his head just hit the fucking ground. Bam! And slid all like it was just bad. So shout out to that guy. I'm sorry that we wish it would have been a different segment. We would have shouted you out if you would have. You probably would have made the Sports Center top 10. If you would have stuck that landing and made it all the way down, because goddamn, that would have been.
I wonder if anybody's been able to run like all the way down.
I don't think so.
I've seen some videos of people making it very close. I don't
Over.
like. There's one guy that's won it like a couple years in a row.
You think there's like a what do you call it? Like a record of
this
is how far?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say like I've seen a video where the guy like only flipped once.
Yeah.
And then like was able to like catch himself. He wasn't like flipping like that guy where he just didn't.
He landed on his butt.
Yeah, and then he was able to kind of like.
Yeah.
I've seen the videos of the cheese roll before, but yeah, this guy like. He just like will run. He's running and then like he might flip once, but then he's able to catch himself and then like stand back up and keep running, and maybe fall again. But like he. Not gonna run the whole way down, but he can do it with a flip in there or two.
Yeah, I think I want to say
bit.
I think last year the person who won got down far enough before they fell, and was like it was one of those things where they got the momentum out of the way, and they fell and they were able to catch themselves and
like
then
slid a few and then got back
regain
up.
their balance and then finish the race.
Yeah.
But this guy, like I said, he was like a dude.
I think they say
if you could be this confident in life, you more times than not will be successful.
I think they have like rugby players at the bottom to like catch you if you're like just out of control.
Yeah,
like, they're just able to like
fuck.
stop you.
Well, somebody messed up their job because they didn't catch this motherfucker.
I don't know, for some reason I just saw. Did you see the guy who ran the marathon on 24-hour notice?
No.
Oh man, I should have sent it to you guys, but he was trolling his family. He was like, "Man, I could do a full marathon."
Oh, I did see that.
And then his sister was like, "Oh yeah, all right, bet." So she signed him up for I think it was the New York marathon.
Uh-huh.
He had to do the full thing. He needed 24-hour prior notice so he can like eat and stock up on the calories or whatever.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is this motherfucker did it.
Yeah.
But what was it 5K?
No, it's
No,
26
it's
miles.
26 miles, a full marathon. A full marathon.
Yeah, like
is he an athlete?
No.
Not out of shape, but
No.
not like a marathon runner athlete.
Yeah.
He's not like
But he's in shape.
I don't know like
Okay, send me the video because I
I'll
want to
send
see
you the
that.
video.
Yeah.
I'm not
Dude.
saying he's in more shape than us.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
Well,
younger.
then you're in shape. Yeah,
But-
I would say. He's
But
in
what's
shape.
funny?
But like like they thought it was a joke at first, and then he was like, "No, I'll fucking run it."
Bet. Yeah.
Yep.
And he fucking
and they're like,
did it.
Yeah, he did it.
And he still it was funny because at the end of the video he's like, this motherfucker's still doing the dishes at the end of the day. I was like, he's just doing the
Did the
victory
most.
lap.
Yep,
Yeah.
did
The
most.
victory lap at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
All right, man. Shout out to that guy. Hopefully, he didn't get too many bad injuries. Hopefully, he's recovering well. And then, yeah, man. All right, coming in hot. We have what popular movie that you just can't stand?
Dune 1 and 2.
There you go. I already know your movies.
I saw that the other day. It's pretty good.
Is not.
Did you really?
Yeah. The fuck? I like the fucking universe. What are you talking about? Pretty good.
You are a
The
liar.
Shia Khalid. He's riding them fucking bitches.
I bet he is. That's why you watch it, huh, Chris?
The only reason why I like that fool. What's his last name? Shamit. Charlemagne. What the fuck is his name? The guy that plays that character.
Timothy.
Chalamet.
Chalamet. The only reason why I like him because he's a Raider fan.
Oh,
Yeah. So I mean, Dune is cool. I don't hate it as much as Rob does. Rob hates Dune 1 and 2.
And the original one.
And the original
And
one.
the books.
And the books. And the universe.
The whole universe.
Yeah. You have a movie? Popular movie you hate?
Do you have one?
I'm trying to think of one.
A popular one?
The funny thing is, like, I Googled it, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I don't have one in my head that
Uh-huh.
I'm just like, oh, I know which movie. I Googled it, and the only one I can come up with, like, I went through a lot of fucking movies, is The Notebook. Like,
yeah, it's still played out. Yeah.
yeah, like, I don't, like, I was going to say, like, I could watch Titanic. Titanic is a long-ass fucking movie, but, like, it's cool. And then I was like, The Notebook is, like,
The one movie I'm always meaning to go see, like to watch, but it's so long that I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to fucking see it anymore. It's Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor is a good movie, but I'm just like,
Too long.
I don't know if I want to sit here for 3.5 hours
Yeah.
just to. I don't know, but I like that scene though
yeah.
when they're playing chicken with the plane. It's a pretty
Yeah.
good scene.
You have any No?
Right now, off the top of my head, I can't think of popular. No, I can't think of one.
Is that the one that you were thinking? Just that one?
No, I know.
Dune 1 and
As
2?
soon as I wrote that question, he didn't have to tell me. I knew his answer. He wasn't gonna bring anything else up. That's it. You ask him 10 years from now, that's gonna be his answer.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna watch them again.
Okay.
They're gonna come out with the third one. I'll watch the third one. I don't see the hype.
Yeah.
I think they are overhyped.
You don't like that.
Is that what you like, Chris? you like riding the worms?
Hey, man.
That's what I was listening to earlier.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it was the
It was Dune 2, the uncut.
sure. Is that what they call it?
Director's cut. Chris got his own version.
Oh, damn! I downloaded the wrong version. I downloaded the wrong version.
Hey,
That's what came out in the movie.
that was the movie that Rob got into when he looked at the
That's what I'm
glasses.
saying,
It was Dune After Dark. Dune After Dark, Part 1 and 2.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh shit, these are transition lenses.
oh wow, that's a big worm there.
Oh my god, that's just so funny.
But okay, if I wasn't to say Dune, let me think.
I don't know. Every popular movie is pretty good. That's the thing.
Me too. That's why I'll
I'll say
Harry
one thing.
Potter popped in my head. I can't stand that fool's voice. That shit pisses me off. I can't watch those movies.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just the voice. Like,
I'll say one.
I don't know,
I'll
that's
say
pretty
one
good. Those are pretty
thing.
good for me.
I'll say one movie I watched this year that I feel is overhyped. And I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but I think people were making it to be like better to me than it was, and that was Thunderbolts.
oh,
I haven't watched it yet.
They say Sinners.
Oh no,
pretty good.
Sinners was very good.
I heard Sinners was good.
Sinners was very good.
There's actually a movie I did.
That one
watch.
is perfectly hyped.
I did watch it, and I was like, I've never watched it. I think I told you guys about that movie. It is the fucking what is that shit called? With Gerard Butler and that fucking Ice Cube son.
Oh, Pantera, at the end of
The,
these.
the
Den of
second
Thieves?
one. I was so disappointed, bro.
I don't think
Like,
it wasn't to me. The first one was great, and the second one was like whatever. But I don't think it was like. I don't think that one's like super hyped.
no, that's what I meant. That's why I didn't bring it up because I was like, it's not a popular movie.
Yeah,
But it was just like,
again, I get it.
I was like,
But
I'm
to
never
me, like I
ever
said,
watching that movie ever.
To
again.
me, I think
Yeah.
the way that people were talking about Thunderbolts, I don't think for me it didn't do that.
yeah.
I thought it was a fun movie.
No, again, I didn't think it was a bad movie. I think people are saying it's better than it is, and it was like hyped. Because like if you look at the Rotten Tomatoes, it's at like 90 something, or it was at like 90 something back when I saw it, and then I started comparing it to the other MCU movies that were like I got an infographic of all the MCU movies up to date from and I was like, is this better than that? No. Do people really think? I think it was just
better than Ant-Man.
I don't know what Ant-Man's at. I'd have to see.
No, I'm not saying on the list. To your list, for your just personal list.
Again, no.
I thought it was better
again,
than
if you want my review, I'll tell you. It seemed short, but it was long.
Yeah.
There was only 2 real true fight scenes, and that was it. And there was no big fight scene at the end.
Yeah.
But I get why people were saying it was better. It was because of the theme of it. It's like mental health and like other like the themes.
Yeah,
but I don't think that it was good. Literally 2 fight scenes. That's it. And they were calling it the new Avengers. I was like, "Where's the big like fight? Like what?" Yeah. So again, if you guys watch it, make your own review. But to me, I was like, "How are people saying?" I think
he's convincing me right now.
I think the first Avengers is rated.
You watched it?
Yeah, I watched it.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I watched it.
It seemed short. And I looked at the time, and it's like a 2 hour, not 2 hour 30, but I think it's like over 2 hours. And it seemed like it was like that.
It's like a 2:10, something like that.
But still, it seemed like it went like that.
Yeah.
So just that's again, if I had to say that's a movie I feel is overhyped. But maybe a second watch, I won't feel that way. I don't know.
Watch Dune again. You probably feel it different way.
It took me 5 days to watch Dune. The first one.
Well, why don't you sit through it? Why don't you sit through it one whole day?
Because I kept falling asleep. I was so bored.
Well,
Get
the copy. No, get the copy that Chris is watching.
You need Chris.
That was 2 dudes. That wasn't Dune 2.
I bet the worms are pretty big in there.
They're riding for sure.
Yep.
Al-Gaib.
That's it. He knows the language. He's there too. He's seen it too.
Yeah. They need water. The blue water.
Oh my god!
Oh, there you go.
You got the blue water coming out.
No.
Damn.
Again, Dune 2 was a step up from Dune 1, but it was like a 2 and a 3 of a 10. I think I'm just the biggest Dune. I will take the award for biggest Dune hater. If you ever meet, I know Pedro loves Dune.
Yeah.
But if you ever meet somebody out in the world and you're like, you like Dune? I got a buddy. You should talk to him about that.
He got some Dune after dark.
Because if that fucking movie sucked. It was terrible.
I just started thinking about it, like that movie could be made into like some naughty ass shit.
Yeah.
Because they be sucking their own fluids. Like, G. Like,
Yeah. It could. It definitely could.
I was like, dude.
Remember the dad?
Remember
the dad comes out of the fucking the pool or whatever. He's all fucking butt ass naked.
Hey, it's a missed opportunity, my G. It's definitely
I'm
a missed
surprised there's not
opportunity.
one.
Well, I'm pretty sure.
Chris is like there is.
I'm pretty sure there is. There's no way.
I'm pretty sure there is.
I gave you a sneak peek. You gotta watch this shit. Let me get the glasses. Let me find out there's a screen on the inside. You're watching that shit.
Why are you smiling?
Hey, Chris, what you doing over there?
You guys keep talking. It's all right.
Hey, why are your sweater moving, Doc?
That was a good one. All right, now we move on to Addison's song of the week.
Shit, I don't know how many
Song of the
songs
week.
he's put, but
Addison, thank you
Addison,
again
he put
for
like 4?
adding the song, my G.
3 or 4 maybe.
I think 4.
Yeah, I think it's 4.
Addison.
I think the last one was Never Enough, or was it New Direction? I'm just gonna say that 4 I don't really recognize, and that is New Direction by Gorilla Biscuits, Red Right Hand by Arctic Monkeys. That one looks familiar.
Yeah, that one does.
Actually, it might be 2. Intrapersonal by Turnover, and What's Up by Young Miko.
Yep. Again, thank you, Addison, for adding the Addison song of the week again.
Yeah, thank you.
If you guys don't know, on our Instagram, on the Werkz Podcast Instagram, we have our link tree to our Apple Music playlist. Our playlist is long and distinguished, so Go
There's
ahead.
something in there for everyone.
Yes.
Go. It's not like Dune After Dark, but it's pretty there. It's pretty much there.
Hey, Addison, do some work on that.
Yeah.
Don't.
There's a lot of good music on there. Addison is very
Knowledgeable.
in genres, so there's a lot of different music, and there's not just hip hop, R&B. There's a lot.
And again, it's let's see, what is it, like 4 hours? No, 6 hours long.
Yeah,
It's
it's
pretty
a
long.
No, almost 9 hours.
Yeah, it's a-
152 songs, 9 hours long.
it's
So
a
if
good
you,
mix. It's a good
Mhm. If you're cooking,
blend.
driving home, at work, want to listen to something,
Yep.
put it on.
It's
Yep.
a good background playlist.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then again, we do have our new YouTube Werkz podcast channel. Go ahead and go over there and give us a share, give us a like the videos, comment, do all that stuff, share it with your friends. I've started posting the old videos on there, so we should, in the next couple weeks or so, we should be caught up or getting caught up.
Mhm.
But as soon as we get new episodes, I'm gonna drop those, and then the other old ones will get uploaded as we go, so you guys can see those. So we already have like the first 4 videos we shot when we started doing video. So those are up there ready to go. Yeah, man. So give us a shout, share, like, comment on the YouTube page. It will be great exposure for us because the whole episode is out there now. Shout out to Vince and PJ for making me do it.
Oh, I will say, sorry, I listened to the whole episode and it was a great episode. A great episode
Thank you,
with
Father Pot 2.
Father Part 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, appreciate it.
I listened to the whole thing and I think it was all around. I mean, I don't know how much you paid him to say such nice things about you.
I didn't.
But-
It wasn't a paid. It wasn't a paid. It
I
wasn't
mean,
a paid promotion.
If you want to pay me to say good things about Dune, Chris, I will. But no, very good episode. I even told Addison, I was like, man, that was a very good episode. I told him, I'm pretty sure now he's listened to it, but yeah, very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Again, we do have a new segment I'm starting to put out with the Werkz Studio backing of Father Pod. So that's coming out once a month. We're actually recording our episode 3 this tomorrow, which is Saturday. So that will be out before the weekend ends. So yeah, man, please give us a support. I know there's a lot of people who know us on here who do already. So, keep doing what you're doing. Anybody new, please, support us. Again, we're very heavy on the mental health side of things and stuff like that. So yeah, man, that's it for me. We have some leave you with this question.
Before you do that,
oh my bad.
I did want to say, Eric, because I brought this up to you guys earlier, you eat chicken weird.
Oh, what do you mean? Wait, hold on. Okay, we're not ending right now. All right, go ahead.
We talked about Jesus and how he eats chicken the long way.
Weird.
Weird. Eric does not eat the skin of the chicken, of the fried chicken.
What?
What?
Bro, I was angry today. Angered. I said, what are you doing? Now, maybe he will eat some of it, but there was a lot on his plate. And I'm like, that's the best part. And it's Jollibee. And you had fucking gravy.
Oh no!
And you didn't dip that bitch in the gravy and eat it?
Whoa.
I was mad. I'm not even joking right now. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, Eric? And he's like, I don't like it. Like, I don't want all of it.
I don't like it.
I'm not saying he didn't eat some of the skin, but I was like, if he didn't touch it, I would have ate it.
Yeah.
There was a lot on that plate. And he doesn't clean his bones.
Oh, he doesn't clean his bones. Eric, what's wrong with you? Are
Your
you good?
ancestors are mad.
Are you good?
Are you good? So he just
No, he will eat, the drumstick he'll bite, but, there was a lot of pieces of fucking, the best part is the fucking skin.
Yeah.
And you have Jollibee gravy.
And
you could dip it in the
gravy.
fucking gravy.
damn.
You can make a little boat with it.
You guys had
and
a
fucking-
Jollibee close to you?
For shame.
Well, I guess so.
Oh.
In Irvine or Tustin, there's one,
Yeah.
and the receiving guys all went and got chicken, and they were all eating. And I just happened to be in there. I had made some spam fried rice the day before, so I was eating that. And I look over at Eric. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, you're not gonna eat that? And he's like, oh well, I don't want. I don't think he said he didn't like it, but he said something, and there was a lot. That's all. I'm
Gross, Eric.
I was upset.
Gross.
That's all I'm saying.
Gross.
Yes, I was upset, and yeah.
You're gross, Eric. All right. All right, man. We get into leave you with this. I have a couple good ones. Call who calls you. Love who loves you. Support who supports you. Ignore who ignores you. The only person coming to save you is the version of yourself that's tired of the current situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one is, it's called the quote of the day. Your future, that's what it's called. The future you want is on the time, effort, and energy you give it today. Success isn't instantaneous. It develops over time through consistent footsteps forward. Be better today than you were yesterday, and be better tomorrow than you were today. That's a lot of good quotes today. So yeah, man. That's it from us. This episode 135 of the Werkz. Tone, thank you for showing up today. Oh, actually, before we end this pod, again, the shit just clicked on my head. How was the protests today that you went to?
Oh, it was good. The protests were cool. There was a lot of people. A lot of people came out. Everybody met up at La Puente Park, and then we walked from La Puente Park to City Hall, and then we went from City Hall to Amar and Hacienda, and then we came back to City Hall. Man, dude, it was crazy, man. The amount of people that showed up, the amount of people just driving on the street, like people started like forming lines. It was dope, man. It was dope to see that today. People were just going up to each other, giving each other hugs. People were getting together, wanting to take pictures with each other's signs. People started hanging out. It was weird. Like, you saw a lot of people that, like, groups hanging out that you would normally, like, you wouldn't see them hanging out, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, there were some dudes, you know, you had some, like, homeboy-looking dudes that were walking down the street, and they were, you know, picking everybody up. They were tossing out water bottles, giving everybody like, bags of cookies. They're like, hey, what do you guys need? You know, they're kind of, like, patrolling the streets, making sure everybody was safe, everybody on the sidewalk. So it was cool, man. It brought everybody out, brought everybody together. It was something that was needed, definitely. Something that we needed to see, something that needed to happen. And yeah, I'm really glad that I went out there today. Really glad, especially because earlier in the week, when we were talking about it, but just real quick, like with all this thing that's going on, man, when you see this in person, it hits different. You know, when I seen all this going on at first, I was kind of like, man, I wish I could run into like one of the ICE agents because I just wanted to talk shit, right? Well, I had that opportunity where I ran into one, but I saw them in the middle of a raid. And I saw them dragging an older lady in a headlock and threw her into a back of a Silverado. When I tell you, I was so hyped up to cuss these fools out on the way there. When I saw that, I couldn't speak. I had no words to cuss. I had nothing to say. The fact that it was an older lady, bro, they had her in a headlock and threw her into a back of a truck. Like, when I tell you the way there, I was like, oh, it's F this, F that. But when I seen that, I just broke down. I froze. I teared. I'm like, dog, there's no way you should be treating people like that. Not only that, but it's an elderly lady. Like, you mean to tell me you couldn't? She's not gonna fight you.
Yeah,
you couldn't just.
You could say, hey,
you know, yeah, whatever, right? And then and then not only that, but they zip tie her. Like, what is she, like a pig? You know what I mean? Like, it was sad, bro. When I seen that in person, it was sad. So going out to the protest today, it was dope, man. Just that's all I can say. It was just beautiful. Everybody came together, man. It didn't matter from age, kids out there getting hugs from elderly. You know what you would say, cholo-looking dudes hugging the elderly, walking them or holding. This one dude was holding this lady's hand during the protest because she couldn't really walk. So it was beautiful, man. Everybody that came together, you know, La Puente, man. I'm proud, man. I've always been proud of my city. I always represent my city, but today, man, we really went out there and did what we needed to do the right way. Nobody was acting dumb. Nobody was doing anything stupid. Mm-hmm. We did it how we were supposed to, and I'm very proud to say that, you know, I'm from this city. Mm-hmm. It was beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. And then to add on to that, We don't condone like the looting and all that bullshit.
No.
We're talking about peaceful protest type shit. Because I know there's like all these people who take advantage of all this stuff and like to loot and do all that stuff. You guys are idiots. You know, that's something that we, you know, I never want to see shit like that, because then you're the only people you're hurting are the people who have probably spent their whole life to get where they're at, and you're destroying
these
them.
idiots are like in neighborhoods where that's Hispanic owned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, and it's like
They're just hurting. They're just.
But
hurting
again,
people,
it's not even the people who are protesting though.
Yeah.
Like they went intentional to go
Yeah,
do
they're
that.
yeah.
To get a quick buck and all that.
Because
bullshit.
like you said earlier, all eyes are on the protesters.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they're taking advantage of everything else.
Yeah.
Bro.
I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking, if you do something stupid, you're as stupid as the ICE agents that are doing.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
It's like,
So
makes no sense.
yeah, but thank you for sharing that. Again, prayers to the city, prayers to the people, prayers to the families,
Everybody, man.
prayers for America, bro. Prayers for the world, because especially with shit's happening in was it Israel and was it Palestine,
Iran.
Iran and Israel.
Yeah.
That prayers for that,
This
bro.
is just a start.
But then the crazy thing is, I remember not even a year ago when Trump was like, "Oh, that would never happen. There would be no war." Blah, blah, blah. Look what's happening now, bro.
Yeah.
We have insurgents in our own country that are not even from a different country. They're from America, and they're taking they're fucking and terrorizing the U.S. and shit. And then you have this war going on in Israel and Iran, and this shit's crazy. And then this motherfucker's gonna have a $45 million fucking parade in Washington D.C. for his birthday.
They're saying it might flood. No, they're saying it's supposed to like rain. I don't know. Last I heard, it's supposed to rain and like flood out there. So
Really?
I was like, there was somebody was like,
That's
God's work.
That's called
divine intervention.
Yep. God is telling you something right there, bro. But yeah, man. All right, bro. That's it from us. This is episode 135 of the Werkz. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Back, baby. Shout out Juice on the beat.